This classroom video is designed to support teachers learning about the recommendation, explicitly teach appropriate writing strategies using a model, practice, reflect instructional cycle. The video shows classroom footage at the middle of a lesson sequence on tourism. 8th grade students in Debbie Walker's ELA class are focused on the goal setting, planning, and drafting phases of the writing process. The focus strategy is selecting a text structure. Various text structures offer students different options for bringing structure to their writing. Text structure helps readers better understand what a writer is saying. In this video, you will see students set goals for their learning. The teacher models how to select a structure to use when writing testimony. Students discuss how to organize key elements into their text structure. Students practice using this strategy to draft their arguments. The whole group reflects on what they learned about writing arguments.
What we're going to do is we're going to set our goals for learning. It's an important step to becoming independent learners. Today, I want you to set 1 to 2 goals for what you'd like to learn and practice. If you want, you can choose from the examples that you see. Okay. Otherwise, you can set your own learning goals. Okay, so you have about 5 minutes. You're going to choose 1 to 2 learning goals. Okay, so now that we've engaged in goal setting and planning, let's move on to the drafting phase of the writing process. Okay, so we're going to create a list of possible readers for our written testimony. So remember, claims of policy attempt to establish, reinforce, and change the course of action. So that means you should write your testimony to a person who has the power to establish, reinforce, and change the course of action, or change a policy about tourism. Knowing who you're writing to will help you select the text structure that best meets your readers' comprehension needs. Some readers have more knowledge about tourism, whereas other readers will need more of an overview of the issue first, especially if they do not know a lot about Hawaii's tourism. Shania, can you share either your choice or Antonio's choice and why?
Well, for me, I think I'm either choosing B or C, but I'm kind of leaning towards choice B because I think it's going to be easier for me, because at first I thought tourism was kind of bad, but now that I read about it, I think that it's kind of good, but it still has some negative effects. Okay. But I think that's easiest for me.
Okay. Thank you, Shania.
The text structure begins with an overview of the issue. To begin writing testimony to Vice President Kamala Harris. The text structure begins with an overview and less likely to have localized background knowledge on Hawaii's tourism. Students identify where to introduce their claims of policy in text structure choice B. Debbie Walker uses the turn and talk discussion protocol when she notices that her students need additional scaffolding with this activity.
Quinn, where do you think we'd write our claim in choice B in this text structure?
First, I thought this.
Okay. What do you guys think? Do you guys agree with Quinn?
I think it's the third one.
The third one?
Mm-hmm.
Then I learned this. That's where you would insert your claim?
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe. I think it's.
Okay.
I would do
Yes,
it at the
Cadence.
end.
That's just how
I'll do it at the end where it says, now I think this.
Okay. All right. What I want you to do again is I want you to turn and talk to your neighbor.
Next, students tap their background knowledge of written testimony to identify where commentary sentences might be found in text structure choice B.
Where do you guys think the commentary would fit?
I think that maybe commentary, like one of the testimonies you read earlier, we kind of scattered around. So I think it'd be like in between then I learned this and now I think this, and maybe near the end of now I think this.
And talk discussion protocol when she notices that her students need additional scaffolding with this activity. Students tap their background knowledge of written testimony to identify where commentary sentences might be found in text structure choice B. Next, to establish, reinforce, or change a policy.
Did you achieve your learning goals? If you did, what helped you achieve your goals? All right, and once you think about that, I want you to turn and talk to your neighbors.
One of my goals was to be able to use my writing skills to make testimony worthy for a trial in front of a grand jury. So I completed half of it. I just gotta get in front of the grand jury.
What about you?
So one of my goals was to improve my writing organization, and I think my story is coming along more fluently than before.
Yeah, and the templates help for the...
Yeah, the templates help.
Yeah.
This classroom video showed the following practice guide recommendation 1. Explicitly teach appropriate writing strategies using a model, practice, reflect instructional cycle. The class used text structures to organize their policy arguments for their reader. Recommendation 1 in the practice guide includes additional strategies and activities for supporting planning, goal setting, and drafting.